I have some heavy background in jazz, and any project that kind of allows me to dance a little bit, you know, so to speak, be a little bit mystical, I dig. Jazz was always fun, but the first time I met Mawg, he always told me to be strong, 3 S's, strong, simple, solid. And that really took the edge off because I'd never met the guy, and we had this gig to do. I told you, like, they came down to my home state of California, and we had this gig planned, and just off of word of mouth from their end and my end, this gig was set up. And he told me strong, simple, solid, but there's always a little bit of room for that mysticism with the toys. I mean, they're called the toys. You got to play around a little bit, man. Love it. Performing in the studio and performing on stage is just kind of a reflection of what I'm going through at the moment, and working with Mawg has affected me beyond those two things. He's just kind of affected my whole approach, my whole muse for music and life. You know, he's a real fun cat. He's a real serious dude too, and if you see him play, you know, you dance around, you have a great time, you also learn something. And so I think that he has allowed me to have fun and get down to business. And so when I get in the studio, it's just a reflection of that, what I've been going through. And gotta have fun in the studio. He's always cracking jokes. I mean, he's never at a loss for a pun. It's like Mawg's Pun House, I think he said the other day. And so he keeps you loose, but if you miss a beat, man, he's gonna make you go and have a little section on it and practice. So I've gone through a couple of those, and I've kind of learned to do my homework a little better. So it's the way that Mawg approaches performing in the studio and also performing live is kind of the way I always wanted to do it deep down. But being a drummer, you're really just a team player. You're like it's like the most team-oriented role behind the drums, because you're literally like a cheerleader. Like, everyone, let's get together. You're whooping ass. If someone does something wrong, you're literally like, stay on point. And so you need a good team to approach things as professionally and with as much fun as Mawg does. And I never really had that team before I met Mawg. And so I think that when I met him, that desire for approaching it that fun and that professionally was able to come to fruition, because here's a guy who's got his team in order enough, and I always wanted to do it this way. Let's do it, kind of thing. Let's get down. You know, these cats are serious. They don't want to miss a beat, and so it kind of brought me out a little bit, you know, from where I always kind of saw myself. It allowed me to be myself on that level. You know.